Hello everyone, my name is Dishan and I will be your instructor in this course. In this course I will be teaching you how to work from home as a recruiter, starting from zero budget and reaching to a six-figure success in 8 weeks, and then how to grow your this home business into a company and becoming a boss. This is a very profitable business, and the good thing about this business is that you don't need to invest your money in it, and you don't need to have a budget for starting this business. You can start it from zero budget and soon you will start earning six figures. The second good thing about this business is that it is a very easy business. Anyone can do it. It doesn't require you to have degrees or experience because it is a very simple business. Also, you will be the boss of your own. If you want, you can work. If you want to shut it for some time and you want to enjoy your time, so there is no pressure on you. You can do it on your will, whenever you want, whenever you have time, and you don't have any money in risk. I will be talking to the point in this course, but I will explain everything rather than wasting your time by speaking about irrelevant things, because I want to make this course shorter to make it easy for the students to watch and understand this course. So if you have some free time, a laptop, a phone and an internet connection, then why not take benefits from it? Invest your time and learn how to work as a recruiter from home and change your life. So let's start learning this recruitment home business from the next lecture of this course. Welcome back. So first of all, you need to understand what is recruitment. So recruitment refers to the overall process of attracting, shortlisting, selecting and appointing suitable candidates for jobs within an organization. In simple words, when an employer needs to fill an open position in their company, they ask their recruitment team to source suitable candidates for this open position, screen their resumes for the HR, and schedule interviews between the hiring manager and the top qualified candidates. But most of the companies do not have their own recruitment team. The reason is because they don't have open recruitment every day. They hire very often when they have an open position in their company. So they do not spend their budget by keeping a recruitment team and paying them salaries and benefits every month. And instead they hire a third-party recruiter like you, and they will pay you to fill for them the open position in their company by providing them suitable candidates. So your job is to source the top talented candidates and then shortlisting a set of most qualified candidates for their specific position, and then providing the hiring manager a set of shortlisted resumes and scheduling interview time slots between candidates and hiring managers. And after a candidate is hired by the company, you will get your payment. Now these are some important points which we will discuss in this course. Number 1, how much can you make as a recruiter? Here we will also discuss how will you charge an employer. And then we will discuss how to source candidates, how to screen, shortlist and interview candidates, how to get clients, how to deal with clients, and then how to invest your earnings in your business to transform your home business into a recruitment agency, and how you will hire a team to work for you and you will become a boss of your company. See you in the next lecture. Before we discuss how much can you make in this business, first let me tell you how does the recruiter charge a client after filling a position for them. So recruiters are charging differently. Some recruiters charge 20% of the yearly salary of the candidate they are placing in the company. For example, a company is looking for an accountant and they will provide this employee $4,000 monthly salary. So the yearly salary of this candidate will be $48,000 and 20% of his salary is about $9,600. So the recruiter will charge the company $9,600 for filling this position, while some recruiters charge an amount equal to the first month salary of the candidate. For example, a company is looking for a finance manager and the salary they will provide to this employee is $12,000 monthly. Then the recruiter will charge the company $12,000 for filling this position. And some recruiters charge 50% of the first month salary of the candidate, and some charge a fixed amount for filling a position in a specific category. So different recruiters are charging differently depending on the business environment and highly depend on the candidate profile type. If a company is looking for a high profile candidate, then they will happily pay you your desired amount for filling that position for them with a suitable candidate. Now there are recruiters who are alone filling more than 20 positions in a month. Now you can calculate how much they are making per month. So that's why I told you in the beginning of this course that you can make six figures and higher with this business. But here I will tell you one thing, that you are the beginners and you need to create business relation and contacts with the hiring managers. So you charge only 20% of the first month salary of the candidate. 20% of the first month salary, not 20% of the yearly salary. Later you can increase your charges, but first you need to create a list of your clients. You need to create good business relation with your clients, and I will recommend you to fill a position for free sometime when you know that this company is continuously looking for new employees. And for sure, if you provide them a good service by filling for them one position for free, then they will give all their future recruitments to you. So let's say, for example, you are filling 7 to 8 positions in a month and you are charging only 20% of the candidate first month salary. So still you are making $6,000 to $8,000 a month, which is a very good start. But if you work hard and you made your own team, which I will teach you later in this course, that how you will make your own team, then you can make millions of dollars per year. See you in the next lecture. Now the next point in our course is sourcing candidates. But before this, you need to understand job analysis. What is job analysis? In simple words, job analysis means studying the job. Like what will be the activities the candidates will perform during this job after he is hired? What will be the qualification and experience level of the candidate? What skills does the candidate need to have for doing this job? And some more requirements like the languages known to the candidate, age range of the applicants, nationality, and who will be a good fit for this job, a male or a female. So knowing all these things will help you in creating an accurate job description and job specification for sourcing candidates. Normally the hiring managers will provide you all this information, but in some cases they will only ask you that we have this open position which we want to fill with a suitable candidate. So in that case you would need to do the job analysis to determine who will be a good fit for this position. So after you have all this information, then write down the job description and job specification. In job description, write about the activities, the work that the candidate is supposed to do, and in job specification, write down the requirement like what will be the qualification of the applicant applying for this job, what will be his experience level, what skills he need to have, and all other requirements. So now you have the JD in your hand, and it is time to start sourcing candidates who are matching to this job description. In the next lecture, we will discuss how to source candidates. In this lecture, we will discuss how to find candidates for your client. Suppose your client asks you to source for us an accountant and you create the job description. So your next step is to start sourcing candidates. So there are different free and paid ways for sourcing candidates. The major one is with job boards website. Beside job boards, there are also social sites like LinkedIn and Facebook where you can source candidates. But job boards are the quick tools for getting candidates. As you are the beginner and you don't have your own database of candidates, so you will search with other job boards. After some time, you will have enough candidate data with you. For example, if you are looking for an accountant and you post this job with a website and you got 200 applicants, in which only one is supposed to be hired, so you have the remaining candidates for your another client looking for the same employee. So this makes your job more easy and quick. With passage of time, your work will become more and more easy because you have candidates data on your laptop which save your time in searching candidates. If an employer asks you for a candidate, you can suddenly provide him a short list of top candidates. Now there are a lot of free job boards which allow you to post jobs with them for free. For example, a major job search engine website, Indeed, is providing you free job posting feature where there are millions of candidates searching for job every day from worldwide. All the job board websites have approximately same interface. If you learn working on one, you can easily work on any other job board. And working on job board website is not difficult, it is very easy. So for demonstration, I will teach you the Indeed job board interface to show you that how you can work on it. And beside Indeed, there are many more job boards like Glassdoor, Monster Jobs, Bait Jobs, etc. And to find which job board is famous in the country you are living in, so just Google the keyword jobs in Google, and in search results you will see the top 10 results from the famous job board website in your country. In the next lecture, we will discuss the interface of Indeed job board and how to post jobs with them for free. Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we will discuss how to work on Indeed interface and how you will post jobs for free with Indeed job board. So first of all, open Indeed website, and here you will see an option employer post job. Just click on it. So from here you can open an employer account and you will provide all the necessary information here. So I will scroll down. So first of all, you need to write here a company name. For demonstration I will write Udemy, and then you can type here how many employees you have. So you can write down here anything, because you need only to open an employer account where we can post our jobs. So I will select from here 1 to 49. You can write here your name, and you will provide here your phone number. So I will just write something here, and then from here select how did you hear about us. So I will select search engine. You can choose anything, and then click on continue. I'm opening this employer account for demonstration purposes, but when you are opening an employer account, try to provide your accurate information like your phone number and name and everything, because later if they call you to verify your account, so it will be helpful to you. Now here I will write the job title which we are gonna post with Indeed. So for demonstration I will write something like salesman, and then you can choose your location from here. Right now I am in the UAE, so I will write here Dubai, and then click on continue. Now from here choose what type of job is it. Is it a part-time job or it is a full-time job? So I will choose full-time job. You can write here the salary range, like salary from $3,000 to $4,000. In my case it is showing in AED because the currency of UAE is AED. Or you can beg to one salary, like you can write down here a fixed salary. This is optional. If you do not provide the salary, they will not ask you again. This is optional. So for demonstration I will write here something like 4,500. And how many hires do you want to make for this position? This is also optional. And how urgently do you need to make a hire? So this is also optional. I will leave it blank, and I will click on continue. Now here you will write down the job description. So here you need to write the job description, the job specification and everything, all the details about this job. You can write it down here. So I will paste some dummy text right here. And after providing the job description, click on continue. And now here choose how do you want to receive applications. So choose email. They will send you the applicant resumes to your email directly. You can also see the resumes in the job board, but you can receive a copy of the applicant resumes on your email as well. So choose email from here, and here write down the email address. So Indeed job board will send the candidate resumes to your this email. For demonstration I have write this dummy email address. And then how often would you like to be informed of new applicants for this job? So select individually, and then do you want applicants to submit a CV? So yes, of course you want the applicants to submit a CV. You can click on yes. If this is a kind of job where you don't need resumes of the candidates, so then you can choose optional or you can choose no. So I will select yes, and then click on continue. Now here job boards ask the candidates some question relevant to this job. These questions are by default, so right now they have some issues and the questions are not loading, so we will skip this. There is no need for this. We will click on continue. And if you want to send automated assessments to the candidates, so you can send it from here. Assessments are like online questionnaire where the candidate will answer some question which you will ask them, and it helps you in filtering the resumes, like when the candidates will send back the assessments to you, so you can know either which candidates is much matching with the job description. It will help you in that case. So you can send online assessment as well, but I will leave it. We don't need it. So I will click on continue. I will choose here I do not want to send assessment, and then I will click on continue. Now here you will see a summary of the job that you are posting. Review it and click on confirm. Now here you can choose either you want to sponsor your job or you want to post your job for free. So I will click on don't optimize my job because I want to post this job for free. So you can click on don't optimize my job if you want to post for free, or if you want to sponsor your job for more views, for more candidates, then you can click on save and continue, and further you will provide your billing information and they will sponsor your job. So I will not click here on don't optimize my job because this is a job for demonstration. This is not a true job. So my purpose was only to teach you how you will post a job with Indeed. So I will skip this here, and now I will show you how your employer account will look like when your jobs are live. So when your jobs are live, your employer account will look like this. So this is a open recruitment which I have posted day before yesterday, and you can see here I have got 134 candidates for this job and I have got 332 views, and this is free of cost. So your account will look like this, and if you want to see the candidate resumes, so you will click here on the candidates, and here you will see all the resumes of the candidates. So these are all the candidates who have applied for this job. You can filter the search from here, and if you click on a candidate name, so from here you can view the candidate resume. So here this is the resume of the candidate. You can choose another candidate from here, and you can scroll down to view the resume of this candidate. So after checking the resume of a candidate, you can choose the option from here, like you are interested in this candidate, or you may be interested, or you want to reject this candidate. You can choose the status of this candidate, like you have reviewed this CV, or you have phone screened, you have interviewed this candidate, you have made an offer to this candidate, or either you have rejected or hired this candidate. So this will help you later when you're viewing the candidates database, because you cannot view all the 135 candidates at once. So you can view like 50 candidates now, and you can choose the option from here which will help you. Like right now you cannot decide that this candidate is going to be a good fit in this position or no, or you are thinking like I can get a better candidate than this one. So you can choose from here, like maybe I will be interested in this candidate, and later when you will open this candidate resume, so you will see the option which you have selected here, and it will help you in deciding. You can send a message to a candidate from here. If you click on send message, so you can write here the subject line, the message, and the message will go through Indeed to that candidate. You can also call a candidate by clicking here on show phone number, but I will not click here because I want to keep the phone number of this candidate private, because this video is going to be live on Udemy. So I will not click, but you can click here to show to let the Indeed show the phone number of this candidate, and you can call directly to this candidate. You can set up an interview with this candidate from here. If you click on set up interview, so here you can choose the date, start, end time, interview type, interview address, message to this candidate. You can choose all the information here, and you can schedule an interview. In more action, you can download the resume of this candidate. You can forward it to your colleague if you have a co-worker with you on Indeed job board, so you can forward his resume, this candidate resume, to that colleague. You can reject a candidate, delete candidate, or you can send assessment online to this candidate to ask him further questions about this job. So there is nothing difficult on working on a job board. It's much easier. I'm working on different job boards. You can start with a pre-job board, and later when you have a good budget, you can buy your own packages with other job board websites like Monster Jobs or Glassdoor, and there are a lot more. So I hope now you have learned that how to work on a job board website. See you in the next lecture. Now the next step is how to screen, shortlist, and appoint candidates. So recruitment agencies are using application tracking softwares for screening candidates' resumes. They put some keyword in the ATS software, and the ATS software bring the top matching candidates' resumes from the database to the top. So it helps the recruiters to get the relevant candidate resumes in few seconds instead reading hundreds of resumes and wasting a lot of time. Some job boards website also provide ATS on their website, but they are paid, and you would need to pay for it. So you are beginners and you don't need to use ATS because in the beginning you might don't have enough clients. Later when you have more clients and you have a good budget, you can buy an ATS package. Now without an ATS software, it will be a bit difficult for you to go through the CV of each candidate. So first of all, you need to write down the mandatory requirements which your client want to see in a candidate. For example, the employer want candidates who must have at least 2 years experience in the same field, or the candidate must be a female, she must be from a specific region, must know a specific language, her age must be about 35, etc. So these are essential requirements in a candidate. You need to check these information first in the resume of a candidate. After you see that a candidate is fulfilling all these requirements, then check his CV further and decide if he is good enough for this position to call him, or if you want to keep his resume on the side and check more resumes until you find a candidate more good compared to this one. And if a candidate lacks any of these essential requirements, then you don't need to read his CV further. Just skip his CV and move to the next CV. After reviewing all the resumes, in the end you must have at least 10 to 15 resumes which you would think are good for this position. So the next step for you is to call these candidates. You will call the candidates because you need to check few things in them. For example, their communication level, their confidence level, and to check if what they have mentioned in their CV is true or not. When you call a candidate, first you need to say, "Hi, my name is XYZ. I'm a recruiter. I'm calling you regarding an XYZ position you had applied for." And then ask, "Is it a good time to talk to you?" In most cases, the candidate will say yes, but sometime if they are busy, they will say, "I will call you back." In that case, give them a time, for example, "Okay, no problem, call me back at 10 a.m. But if a candidate have no problem in speaking with you at that time, then ask him few questions about the job. But first tell him a bit about the job description so that he feel easy in answering you to the point. A very common question, "Tell me something about yourself," which will help you in knowing the candidate communication skill, his confidence, and either what he has mentioned in his resume is true or not. It will take him approximately 1 minute in answering this question, which will help you in knowing much about him. Ask him a few more questions relevant to the job, like how many years of experience you have, what is your major studies, etc. But do not ask him like why you want to leave your current job, or why you want to get this job, or other tricky questions which the hiring managers ask, because you are a recruiter, an intermediate between the applicant and hiring managers. These types of questions are asked by the hiring managers. Now at the end of the call, tell the candidate that I have shortlisted your resume and I am forwarding it to the hiring manager. If I get any response from them, I will get back to you to schedule your interview, and that's it. Now after you call all the shortlisted candidates, so might be you will exclude some candidates from them due to a reason after you speak to them, and then your next step is to create a list of top qualified candidates and send them to your client with screen information about each candidate. And how you will do that, we will discuss this in the next lecture. Now the next thing is how to create a list of shortlisted candidates and how to send it to the client. So the first thing is you need to open Microsoft Excel and then here create a template sheet for yourself like this one, and you will use it every time you are sending shortlisted candidates to the clients. So provide heading like first name, last name, current designation, experience level, highest qualification, major studies, gender, age, nationality, and marital status. So add all the candidates' screen info in this way and then save this file with the name screen info of the candidates. You will do this because it makes it much easier for your client to see which candidate is more suitable to check his CV in detail and to be called for an interview. And if you deal with a client in such a way to make everything for him easy and time saving, so he will like your service, and of course if they have a next open position in the future, they will contact you back to fill it for them. And then the next thing is to save the CVs of all the shortlisted candidates in a folder and name the folder as the shortlisted candidate resumes. And then open Gmail and attach the Excel sheet and then attach all the resumes from that folder to the email. And in the text body mention to the HR that the attached file includes resumes and screen info of the candidates. Remember, if the size of the attached file is more than 25 MB, then you cannot send it as attachment in Gmail. Mostly this will have not more than 10 MB size, but in case if it is exceeding than 25 MB, then you can upload this resume folder into your Google Drive account and share its link with the client through email, and he will be able to access it from there and read it. So this is how you can share the shortlisted candidate resumes with the clients. So after sending a list of top qualified candidates to the hiring managers, the hiring manager will give a look to this list of candidates, and either they will ask you to schedule interview with all these candidates, or they will pick some candidates from the list which according to them are more qualifying, and they will ask you to call them for an interview. So your next step is to ask the hiring manager to provide you some time slots for the interview. In most cases, the hiring manager will give you a specific date and time. For example, they will say, schedule the interview at 20th of December in between 9 am to 12 pm. While in some cases, the hiring manager will give you different time slots in different days. It depends on the calendar and diary of the hiring manager. So after you get time slots from the hiring manager, call the shortlisted candidates and schedule the interview times with them. Give them the address. If possible, provide them map location so that they have no issues in reaching on time. Ask them to reach at least 15 minutes earlier. Brief them a bit about the job description. Ask them to be fresh, well prepared and well dressed in the interview, because if the candidates are well prepared for the interview, it creates your impression on the client, and they will think that you are providing them relevant and well prepared candidates. So if next time they have other open positions, then instead calling other recruiter, they will call you to fill those positions for them. All I mean is you need to provide brilliant services to them to make them your permanent client. Now make sure to call the candidates once again on the interview day early morning, just to remind them the interview, or it is better to WhatsApp them a reminder message, which I mostly do. After the interview is done, follow up with the hiring manager. If they have selected a candidate, ask them if they have finalized the candidate or they want to do another final interview with the selected candidate, because some of the companies do 2-round interview to hire a candidate. So if they want another interview with that candidate, then again schedule an interview with that candidate. If they have finalized that candidate, then further follow up with them and getting the offer letter for that candidate. And remember to send an email or message to the rejected candidates as well. Tell the rejected candidates that the company have hired another candidate, but explain to them that you have his resumes and all details. As soon as there will be another open position in any other company, you will contact him back. This will make the candidate happy, because this is somehow you are helping him in getting a job, and this will make good relation with candidates, which is also important. In this lecture, we will discuss how to create your own candidates database. Candidates database mean a computer on which you store the candidates data. A candidate database is very important, and the reason is it saves your time. When you need a candidate, you can quickly search him in your database and start posting on job boards and waiting for the candidates to apply and reach to you. Recruitment companies are using a big server as their database. They store all the data in their server, and then each recruiter of that company have an access to that server for searching candidates. Also, the job board's website provides you a CV search package to buy, in which you can search for candidates' resume for a specific period of time. Like Bed.com is a famous job board in the Gulf region, and they provide a package of CV search on $1,000 per a month. So you can search candidates in their database for 1 month, and there are thousands of fresh CVs every day. In the beginning, it will be difficult for you to buy a package, but when you start earning money, then easily you can buy a CV search package from a job board like Monster Jobs or other job boards. Indeed also provide you a pre-CV search feature, but they hide the contact information of the candidate. You can only see the resume of the candidates, but you cannot contact a candidate. For contacting a candidate, you will need to pay the charges. Now, for some time in the beginning of this business, you would need to create your own database due to 2 reasons. The first reason is you don't have enough budget to spend on buying a CV search package from a job board website. The second reason is to save your time instead posting jobs and waiting for candidates to apply for it. So you can make your own laptop as your candidate database, create a folder with name candidates, and then inside that folder create different folders for different jobs positions and name these folders with those specific job titles. Now every time you post a job and you got candidates, So add the CVs of all the relevant candidates to that folder, and also when you create a list of shortlisted candidates for your client, add that list also to that specific folder of the candidates. I will share with you one of my own experience. I have opened a business WhatsApp account where I have created different jobs group. For example, IT jobs, sales jobs, security jobs, medical line jobs, accounting jobs, saloon jobs, and more. And WhatsApp group allow you to add about 250 members in a group. In case you have more than 250 candidates, so you can create another group like IT jobs group 1, IT jobs group 2, IT jobs group 3, and so on. And once you send a job message in few WhatsApp groups, it reaches to thousands of candidates in a minute. And the good thing in WhatsApp group is that you have a link of contact with fresh candidates who are constantly looking for new jobs. Because once a candidate got a new job, he will voluntarily leave the group, and so you have a pool of fresh candidates on your fingertip. Later in this course, we will discuss in detail about Facebook jobs group, that how you can get candidates and clients from Facebook jobs group. So this all will make your job more easy and quick. Whenever your client will ask you for a candidate, so you have available candidates on your laptop, and also you have available candidate in WhatsApp groups, and you can reach them instantly. Now we will discuss how to get clients. In the beginning, getting client is a bit challenging, and the reason is you don't have experience of it. But after some time, it will become very easy for you to find clients. And once you get a client, it becomes an asset of your business. How it becomes asset of your business, let me explain this in a little detail. Let's say, for example, in the beginning you work a little hard to get clients, and you start creating your client list. By client list, I mean clients for who you have worked once, and you have made good relations with them. Now let's say you made a list of 120 clients, and you have provided them good services, and you have all their direct contact information, like email or phone numbers, and every month you send them a short greeting email, and you ask them if they have any opening. You are very excited to fill it for them. Now let's say in 1 year each of these 120 clients have only one vacant position to fill. I am making a very minimum estimation in this example, although you might have clients in your list who might need to fill more than 5 or 6 positions in a year. It totally depends on the size and growth of the companies. You might will get a client who will ask you to fill 1 or more positions for them each month. Now for the sake of this example, let's say your 120 clients needs you to fill only one position for them in a period of 1 year. That means you will fill 120 positions in a year, which make it 10 positions in a month. And suppose you are charging $600 to $1,000 for filling each of these positions, and hence it make your earning from $6,000 to $10,000 each month. And remember, this is the earning from your client list. Along with this, you will make new clients every month, and later I will explain to you how to make your own sales team, which will increase your earning 10 times more. So making a new client is a bit difficult, but once you work for them, so they become the asset for your business, because if they have open vacancy in the future, you will fill that for them too. Now there are two ways for getting clients. One is paid and one is free. Recruitment agencies are using paid method for getting clients, like email marketing, advertising on Google and other search engines, running paid ads campaign, and online and offline banner marketing. But you don't have a budget in the beginning to go through the paid method, so we will discuss the free methods for getting client. There are 3 ways to get clients for free. Number 1 is to visit the companies and meet the HR. In this method, you would need to visit companies, and you would need to take appointment from the HR manager to meet them and ask them if they have any open position, so you can fill it for them, which is a bit difficult, but somehow it works good, because if on the spot they don't have any open vacancies, so you can exchange your contacts with them for the future recruitment. Number 2 is to use job boards and reach the client. And the third method is to use Facebook, which is the most easy and the most powerful method for getting clients. You will not believe, but I will show you with proofs in the next lecture that how does it work. But in this lecture we will discuss the second method, which is using job boards for getting clients. In this method, first of all open Google and type jobs and press enter. Now open the first few links from the results and check which jobs are mostly posted by the companies. This will give you an idea that which candidates' profiles are mostly in demand in the jobs market in your area. Now let's suppose, for example, you found that most of the jobs posted on job boards are looking for administrative assistant. Now the next thing you need to do is to create a job description for an administrative assistant. In the job description, write that you are a recruiter and you are looking candidates for administrative assistant jobs. Candidates who are willing to get a job in administrative assistant position can apply to this job. Indeed also allow you to mention your phone number in the job description, so you can mention your WhatsApp number in the job description and ask the candidates to submit their resumes to you directly on WhatsApp. After posting this job, you will start getting administrative assistant candidate CVs. Reply to the candidates that you have got their CVs, and as a relevant position will be available, you will get back to them. Now make a short list of 10 to 15 candidates which you think are the most qualifying candidates for any administrative assistant position. Now the next step is again open the job boards and in the job search field search for administrative assistant jobs. You will get a list of administrative assistant jobs posted by different companies. Remember to check the date of jobs posted. If a job is posted more than 7 days before, then skip it because they might have already got a candidate and you will waste your time in reaching to them. So check the jobs which are posted like 1 day, 2 days or 3-4 days before. And then with each job post you will see the company name. As you can see here, the company name is MTech who has posted this job. So copy the company name and Google it. From Google you will get the link to the company website where you can find the contact information of the company like phone numbers, email address and location. As you can see here, this is the contact page of this company where you can get all the information like their phone numbers, emails and online chats option. Now write an email to the company and mention to them that you are a freelance recruiter and you have a list of top 10 most qualifying candidates for the XY position in your company. Mention to them that you are willing to fill this position and ask them to provide you the email of the company HR so that you can forward the resumes of the candidates to the HR. In most cases, they will reply you with the HR contact information, but sometimes they don't. Now the second method for reaching to the HR of this company is to search this company profile on LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, search the company name in the search field and in the filter select companies and press enter. After opening this company profile on LinkedIn, you will also see here their employee profile list. Click on it and find the HR profile, connect with him and send him a message directly from there and ask them to provide you his email so that you can send him the shortlisted candidates' resumes. When you are talking to the HR, mention to them that you are a freelance recruiter and your commission is only 20% of the first month salary of the candidate. Now you will be thinking that why would an HR ask you to fill a position for them when they already have posted it on job boards? So the reason is that it saves them a lot of time and efforts, like reading the resumes of each candidate, checking their skills and qualification, calling them, scheduling interviews and time slots, and following up with the candidates. So you will be the one who will do this all for them, which save their times and efforts. Now let's suppose you contacted 20 to 30 companies for that position, and for sure you will get a response from 5 to 10 HR managers to send them the shortlisted resumes. So your next step is to forward them the resumes, but remember to remove the contact information of the candidates from their resumes and keep the original resumes with you. Because if you send the resumes with the contact information of the candidates, then in some cases the company will directly contact the candidate and there is no need of you, while your job is to be an intermediate between the HR and the candidate. So remove the contact information of the candidate before you send it to your client. So after you send the resume, then you will follow the same procedure which we have discussed earlier. For example, asking the HR that which candidate they want for the interview and scheduling interviews time slot, etc. So this is a solid method for getting clients, but remember you are in the beginning and after you earn some money and you have a small budget to invest, then getting clients will become more and more easy, which we will discuss later. In the next lecture, we will discuss how to get clients easily using Facebook. Facebook is a great tool for getting clients for free, but the only thing is that you must know how to utilize it. I'm using Facebook and I'm getting a good number of clients from there. I have created different jobs group on Facebook like IT jobs group, sales job group, security, beautician, domestic helpers, construction company jobs, and some more. And in a very short time, I got a big number of people joining my groups. I have allowed the members of the groups to post jobs or to add posts if someone is searching for a job. Now there is a method for using Facebook groups for getting clients, and I will share with you my own experience in this lecture. So for demonstration, I will take the example of one of my Facebook group for domestic helpers. Right now I am living in Dubai in United Arab Emirates, and sometimes before I realized that about 70% of the people here are foreigners. They are doing jobs and businesses here, and most of the family here need domestic helpers like chefs for their house, cleaners, drivers, housemaids, nanny for their kids, and other domestic helpers. And the second thing which I notice is that when a family is looking for a domestic helper like a cleaner or a driver or a nanny or a chef, etc., so they don't have a contact with the recruitment agency because they are not a company and they don't have the knowledge of job boards to go and post a job opening there. So what they do? They open Facebook and start searching jobs groups to find a candidate they are looking for. So looking to all this, I open a Facebook group for domestic helpers and I created a well-optimized group. Later I will teach you what is a well search engine optimized Facebook group and how to create a well-optimized group because this is important to know. So after creating the group, I did some modification in the group settings. For example, Facebook provides you an option to ask the members a question when they are joining your group. So I add a question there that why you want to join this group. Are you looking for a job or you want to hire someone? As here you can see. So every time a member is joining my group, they answer the question and I get the idea that which member is looking for a job and which one is here to hire someone. So I will open my that group now to show you how I deal in that group. So this is my group and here you can see the pending request of the members who want to join this group. Like 336 people want to join this group and about 8 pages are willing to join this group. In the beginning when you start a group, you might have a little member request, but as the time goes, the number of the member requesting to join your group will increase, and I will teach you the methods for increasing that later. So if I click on it, now here I can see all the pending member requests. Along with this, I can see the answer each member has provided to the question they were prompted while joining the group. Now some of the members, they do not answer the question. So to make it easy for myself, I can use the filters. As you can see here, if I click on the drop down, so I can see the request only from the members who have answered the question. So I will select answer some questions. So I can see now that about 227 members who are joining this group has answered the question. And now I will scroll down to see the answer of the members. So here you can see this member I would like to hire someone. This one is saying hire someone. And if I scroll down more, here you can see the answer hire someone, hire a nanny, searching for a job, I want to hire someone, want to hire a babysitter. This one is looking for a job. This one is also looking for a job. And this one is willing to hire someone. This one is saying I'm urgently looking for a nanny. So this way it will help you that which member is looking for a job and which one is here to hire someone. Now what I do here is I accept all the requests of the members who are looking for a job. But those who are looking for to hire someone, I do not accept them at this time. And simply I open their profile on Facebook. Like for example, I will open this one. And then from here I send them a message. And I ask them that which candidate they are looking for. In most cases, they have already mentioned in the answer that they are looking for to hire a maid or nanny or a driver or a chef. So if they have mentioned what they are looking for, then directly I send them a message and I mention to them that I am a freelance recruiter and I have a list of very good candidates. If you are willing, I will provide you the list and you can choose in them anyone and I will schedule your interview with them at any day appropriate to you. Along with this, I mentioned to them that as I am a freelance recruiter, so I will charge you an XYZ amount for providing you a good candidate. I share with them my WhatsApp and phone numbers, and then if they want me to provide them candidates, Then I send them CVs of candidates without contact information of the candidates. After they choose a CV, I schedule their interview with that candidate, and that's all. So this was an example from a domestic helper jobs group. You can use this method for any job group and you will get better result. Because most of the small size companies don't have their own recruitment team, and when they need to hire someone, so their first step is to look for a candidate on social media jobs group. I have a very good experience with this and you will get good results too. Even I can say that if you focus on Facebook groups, so you will get enough clients from here that you would have no need to go through other ways of getting clients. Now the next thing is how to create Facebook jobs group, how to make it well optimized, and how to do its basic setting. So we will discuss that in the next lecture. Facebook is a great tool for getting clients for free, but the only thing is that you must know how to utilize it. I'm using Facebook and I am getting a good number of clients from there. I have created different jobs group on Facebook like IT jobs group, sales job group, security, beautician, domestic helpers, construction company jobs, and some more. And in a very short time I got a big number of people joining my groups. I have allowed the members of the groups to post jobs or to add posts if someone is searching for a job. Now there is a method for using Facebook groups for getting clients, and I will share with you my own experience in this lecture. So for demonstration I will take the example of one of my Facebook group for domestic helpers. Right now I am living in Dubai in United Arab Emirates, and sometimes before I realized that about 70% of the people here are foreigners. They are doing jobs and businesses here, and most of the family here need domestic helpers like chefs for their house, cleaners, drivers, housemaids, nanny for their kids, and other domestic helpers. And the second thing which I notice is that when a family is looking for a domestic helper like a cleaner or a driver or a nanny or a chef, etc., so they don't have a contact with the recruitment agency because they are not a company and they don't have the knowledge of job boards to go and post a job opening there. So what they do, they open Facebook and start searching jobs groups to find a candidate they are looking for. So looking to all this, I open a Facebook group for domestic helpers and I created a well-optimized group. Later I will teach you what is a well search engine optimized Facebook group and how to create a well-optimized group, because this is important to know. So after creating the group, I did some modification in the group settings. For example, Facebook provides you an option to ask the members a question when they are joining your group. So I add a question there that why you want to join this group. Are you looking for a job or you want to hire someone? As here you can see. So every time a member is joining my group, they answer the question and I get the idea that which member is looking for a job and which one is here to hire someone. So I will open my that group now to show you how I deal in that group. So this is my group, and here you can see the pending request of the members who want to join this group. Like 336 people want to join this group and about 8 pages are willing to join this group. In the beginning when you start a group, you might have a little member request, but as the time goes, the number of the member requesting to join your group will increase, and I will teach you the methods for increasing that later. So if I click on it, now here I can see all the pending member requests. Along with this, I can see the answer each member has provided to the question they were prompted while joining the group. Now some of the members, they do not answer the question. So to make it easy for myself, I can use the filters. As you can see here, if I click on the drop down, so I can see the request only from the members who have answered the question. So I will select answer some questions. So I can see now that about 227 members who are joining this group has answered the question. And now I will scroll down to see the answer of the members. So here you can see this member I would like to hire someone. This one is saying hire someone. And if I scroll down more, here you can see the answer hire someone, hire a nanny, searching for a job, I want to hire someone, want to hire a babysitter. This one is looking for a job. This one is also looking for a job. And this one is willing to hire someone. This one is saying I'm urgently looking for a nanny. So this way it will help you that which member is looking for a job and which one is here to hire someone. Now what I do here is I accept all the requests of the members who are looking for a job, but those who are looking for to hire someone, I do not accept them at this time, and simply I open their profile on Facebook. Like for example, I will open this one, and then from here I send them a message and I ask them that which candidate they are looking for. In most cases they have already mentioned in the answer that they are looking for to hire a maid or nanny or a driver or a chef. So if they have mentioned what they are looking for, then directly I send them a message and I mention to them that I am a freelance recruiter and I have a list of very good candidates. If you are willing, I will provide you the list and you can choose in them anyone, and I will schedule your interview with them at any day appropriate to you. Along with this, I mentioned to them that as I am a freelance recruiter, so I will charge you an XYZ amount for providing you a good candidate. I share with them my WhatsApp and phone numbers, and then if they want me to provide them candidates, then I send them CVs of candidates without contact information of the candidates. After they choose a CV, I schedule their interview with that candidate, and that's all. So this was an example from a domestic helper jobs group. You can use this method for any job group and you will get better result, because most of the small size companies don't have their own recruitment team, and when they need to hire someone, so their first step is to look for a candidate on social media jobs group. I have a very good experience with this and you will get good results too. Even I can say that if you focus on Facebook groups, so you will get enough clients from here that you would have no need to go through other ways of getting clients. Now the next thing is how to create Facebook jobs group, how to make it well optimized, and how to do its basic setting. So we will discuss that in the next lecture. In this lecture we will discuss how to create a Facebook jobs group, how to make it well search engine optimized, and how to do the basic setting for it. So first of all, you need to understand what is a well search engine optimized group. So a well search engine optimized group is the one which comes in the top of search results when someone on Facebook search for that type of groups. For example, if you search in Facebook search field for a group, so you will get a list of groups in the results, as you can see here. Now the group which is more search engine optimized will come on the top in the search results. And you know that everyone click on the first group in the search results because they think that the first result must be more relevant to what they have searched on Facebook. And hence a well search engine optimized group get more member requests as compared to other groups. And the second thing is Facebook also increase the visibility of your group in the newsfeed of people if your group is well optimized, and hence you will get more member requests to your group, and that's why you will get more chances to get more clients. Now for making a group well optimized, you have to keep 5 things in mind. Number 1 is the name of the group. Number 2 is the description of the group. Number 3 is the custom link of the group. Number 4 is the basic setting of the group, and number 5 is approving the request of members joining your group sooner. The sooner you approve the request of the member joining your group, the more you will get member requests on your group. Because Facebook increase its visibility and Facebook count it as an active and optimized group for users. So the first thing is the name of the group. So the name of the group must include keywords like if you are creating a group for saloon jobs, then the famous keywords are hairdresser, nail technicians, saloon, beautician. So you must include this keyword in the name of the group, but the name of the group must not exceed from 60 characters. Because search engines count a name well optimized if it is under 60 characters. So let's say the name of the group will be something like saloon jobs, hairdresser, nail technicians, and beautician jobs. Now for checking the length of this name, copy it from here and then we will paste it in Microsoft Word. So I will copy this name from here and I will paste it here in Microsoft Word. Now select the text and here you will see an option word. Just click on it and here you can see the character in this name is 52. So this is a good name according to search engine point of view. Now the next thing is the description of the group. So the description of the group will give an idea to the user that what about is this group, and the description must not exceed from 150 characters. It must be under 150 characters and you must need to include keywords in the description. Let's say the description of this group will be something like you can hire staff in this group and find saloon jobs, hairdresser jobs, nail technician jobs, beautician and makeup artist jobs in this group. Now to check the length of this description, So again we will copy it from here and we will paste it in Microsoft Word. Now select the text and click on words. So here you can see the character is 118, which is good according to Facebook search engine point of view. Now the next thing is customizing the link of your group. So when you create a group, Facebook create a random link for your group which you can customize from the group setting. And customizing the link make your group optimize, and also you will add at least 3 keywords in the link of your group. So we will do that from the setting of the group, but first we need to create a group. So for creating a group on Facebook, go to the home page and here in the left hand side you will see an option groups under the explore section. Just click on groups and then here you will see an option for creating a group. So click on create group. Now first of all provide here a name for your group. So make sure that the group name include keywords and it is under 60 characters. Then paste your group name here. You can add people from here or you can add people later, and then click here to pin this group to the shortcuts. Now I will provide here a test name for this group, so I will write test2 groups and then click on create. So our group is now created, test2 group. Now the first thing you need to do is to provide a cover photo for your group and then go to the about section and here you will see an option add a description. Just click on it and paste the description here which you created for your group. Then click on confirm. So the description for your group will be saved here. And then the next thing is to click here on more option and here you will see the edit group setting option. Just click on it. Now in the group setting, the first thing you need to do is to provide a location for your group. So here you have the option for adding the location. Like if your group is for a specific location, so you can add that location here and you will get member requests from that area to your group. And then add some tags here. In tags I will recommend you to use the keywords, like if suppose this group was for saloon jobs, then I will add the tags here like saloon jobs, beautician jobs, makeup artist jobs. So at least 5 tags you have to add here. And then we will scroll down. So here is the option for customizing the URL of your group. So click on customize address. So here in this field you will provide a custom link for your group, which will be something like facebook.com/group/the custom word that you provide here. So I will recommend you to add at least 3 keywords here in the link of your group because it makes your group more search engine optimized. And then click on customize address. The next thing is privacy. So keep it as a closed group because it is good as per my experience. And then if we scroll down, so these settings you can check it because the details is here available with it and you can do it on your will. But one thing I will tell you to allow anyone in the group to post, because if you have more posts in your groups, so your group will be more active, and a more active group get more visibility in the newsfeed of people. So after doing all the settings, just click on the save button and all your settings will be saved. So this was how to create a Facebook jobs group and how to make it optimize. Now in a very short period of time, you will get a number of clients and you will start filling positions for them. After you fill a few positions, your work will become very easy for you because you got the experience of doing it. Along with this, your clients will increase day by day and you will get more recruitment orders from your clients. And sooner a time will reach that you alone would need to work with 5 to 10 clients in a day. So at this stage it become a bit difficult for you to reach to all the clients on time and make them satisfied with your service. But on the other hand, you are earning good amount and you must have now a good budget. So this is now the time for you to start your own recruitment agency. The first thing you need to do is to decide a name for your agency and then apply for to get a license. Different countries have different rules for getting a company license, so Google it and you will get all the details. Now take an office on rent, and the good thing about this business is that you don't need to take a big building on rent. You need only a 3 small rooms office in the beginning. 1 room is for you, 1 is for your sales team, and 1 is for your recruiting team. Now the next thing you need to do is to hire a recruitment team. And I will advise you to hire candidates on internship base. There are many candidates looking for internship opportunities to get experience. because these candidates are willing to work with you on any salary package you provide them. Or if you want, you can also hire recruiters on commission base. You will provide them a small salary and a commission on each successful position closed by them. In the beginning, you will look to the amount of recruitment orders you are getting from clients, and on that basis you will decide that how many recruiters do you need to hire. And then the next is you need to hire a sales team for your recruitment agency. The sales team will also work on a small salary plus commission on each order they are bringing for you. So your sales team will somehow work for you as marketers. So you need to hire someone who have experience of sales and marketing. Now your sales team will get recruitment orders and your recruiting team will close those positions. And at this time you will work as a manager and you will manage everything in the company. Besides this, after some time when you have enough budget, you would need to hire a digital marketing team who will do branding and advertising for your business. You would need to hire an accountant who will be doing the payroll work and creating invoices, bills, etc. So slowly you will hire a professional for each position in your company. They will work for you and you will become the CEO of your company. This business needs trust in yourself. There is no risk of loss because this is a business of providing a service. There are no products involved where you would be worried about the ups and downs in the market. Start it from home. You don't need any budget for starting it. Create WhatsApp jobs group, create Facebook jobs group, reach out to the clients. When you get your first client, so that means you moved one step toward the success. Build your interest in this business. Do it like you love doing this. Your interest in it can make it more easy for you. Give it time and you will see how it changes your life. Remember, all the great businessmen, the owner of big companies had once in their life taken a start from zero, and today they have reached to that level. No one can become a rich man without doing any efforts. This is now the time for you to take a start and start it as a challenge for yourself that I can do it and I will prove it. A time will soon come that people will work for you and you will be the owner of a great company. If you have any question regarding this course, add it to the discussion board and I will be happy to answer it. And if you think that I have missed something in this course, so send me a message on Udemy and I will try my best to add that to this course. Also, if you think that if I deserve a 5-star rating on this course, so please provide it and it will really encourage me. Thank you so much. Best of luck for your future.